Mmm. How much did that cost? A pesos?
Huh?
No, how much did that cost?
What did I tell you? It's so crunchy I could be selling them.
Yeah.
Mind your own business.
Hey Nako, I have to watch you like a hawk. Keeping your sauces secret, aren't you? You're trying to keep it away from the audience. It's a Friday afternoon, which is prominently known as the worst time of the week to go anywhere if you live in Manila. But we have a big problem because we were craving some Filipino street food. So the solution that my love came up here is
Street food at home.
so today we went out to Landmark to buy all the ingredients that we could need for a Filipino street food feast at home.
Obviously, we're right in the middle of BGC, so
Yeah, it's no street food here.
obviously.
No street food in McKinley West.
So we're gonna do it here at home. A few things, a few favorites of ours. One, Calamares, Turon, Lumpia, and 4, Kwek-Kwek. Okay, let's go, love.
My love has started the prep work here already. You've cleaned out the calamares.
Which I feel like I should have been smarter and I should have just bought the ones that are already cleaned, hot, and it probably would have been cheaper. But anyway, that's what we have and we're gonna work with what we have. Anyway, it's all cleaned now. This is our cleaned squid, which I'm just gonna season with salt and pepper, and I'm gonna get ready for the batter.
These look like they're going to be the biggest Kwek-Kweks in the world.
I know, because we can't find quail eggs. I don't know, for some reason we can't find quail eggs in any shop or supermarket here in BGC. So we had to go for the next thing that we could have. Do you know?
Might as well just make ostrich Kwek.
No. So I've got a trivia for you. You know that when it's made by quail eggs,
Yeah.
what is it called?
Kwek-Kwek.
When it's made with whole egg, what is it called?
I don't know.
There's a separate name for it.
Oh really, it is?
There
So
is
what
a
is
separate
it?
name for it.
Comment below if you know it.
Should I say it?
Yes.
Tokneneng.
Tokneneng!
Tokneneng is what it's called if you use whole eggs rather than quail eggs.
Mm.
Yeah, it is a thing.
Every time I move away for a second, you're like preparing 25 further ingredients.
This is for the turon. I'm basically just preparing everything. Since everything is just deep fried, I just want to make sure that everything is ready.
Prepped.
Yeah, prepped before I go and light up the stove.
You know what I'm very excited for?
What?
The condiments.
Condiments!
Hey, hang on. Where are the fish balls?
Fish balls for what?
The fish balls, the street food, the fish ball street food thing.
Fish ball!
Yeah.
Well, we can't find fish ball in Landmark. I don't know.
Is there not a way to make them?
There's no way. No, love. There's no way to make them. You just have to find them through the grocery store.
I've been told that a lot of Filipinos make fish balls. They just go and buy fish balls at like the frozen ones at the grocery store, make them at home, and go to the vendors to buy the sauces to dip their own fish balls into the vendors' sauces.
Did you know that I know how to make this?
You know how to make the sauce?
It's because my aunt used to sell street food in front, every summer, because, we're very bored every summer. So what we would do is we would put a stand outside and we would sell kikiam, fishball, kwek-kwek. So my aunt basically, my ninang taught us how to make the sweet sauce, the spicy sauce, and her sauce is famous all over our street. So that would have been nice, I know, but we couldn't find fishball in Landmark today, so we'll have to make do with what we have.
Waking up in different time zones, new car smell, suicide doors. Everything changed when I'm on a one more. So it's a good time to have a good time.
I see we always buy these like wrappers, but is there like a way to even make the wrappers yourselves?
It's too hard. It's made with tapioca. It's too hard, love. It's always easier to just buy it and get it from the store.
So that's how the vendors do that as well. They just buy the industrial wrappers, and then
Of course, it's always cheaper when you get it in bulk or when you get it from the public market. Yes, Peanut.
okay, share your opinion on lumpia wrappers. What is your opinion? Because this seems to be a topic that is agitating you, and you want to bring in your opinion. Cover your mouth when you're yawning. Naughty, huh? Peanut has been such a cute little cat. She's not naughty at all. She is the most lovely, loving, cute cat in the world. Yes? So here we have the Lumpia Shanghai
Yep.
in the making. We've actually filmed this whole thing already.
Yeah, we
filmed this entire process of making Lumpia Shanghai for Christmas, with a bunch of other Noche Buena dishes, and the footage got lost on WeTransfer.
So this is not gonna be your first time trying my Lumpia Shanghai.
No.
And please don't scold me. I know this is a lot, but it's just for us too. It's not something I'm selling in the street, so I don't have to be real thrifty of this. Mind your own business.
Things are progressing, and you are now at the Turon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Turon, and what is this called? Banana Q?
No, I'm only making Turon.
Ah, okay, all right. I thought when I saw bananas with sugar sprinkled on, it's gonna be banana Q.
No, I'm just making everything. I'm just trying to make everything easier since we don't have the dark brown sugar, the washed sugar.
Okay.
This is just how I'm thinking things might work.
All right. Well, it's that jackfruit smells really intense.
Bad intense or?
Intense, not in any not negative or positive way, just an observation. So satisfying. I'm really excited for those because I know how good they are. But now we're coming to one of the most important points of the entire mission, which is the sauce. It is the time of the saucing, and I can't wait to see what goes inside.
While we're making the spicy sauce, I'm gonna light this up. I'm gonna put some oil in it. Well, we don't have to show this, but we're gonna be using coconut oil. I'm gonna fry up the Lumpia Shanghai first, and then we're also gonna make a vinegar dip for the Kwek-Kwek, for the Calamares, and Lumpia Shanghai if you wanna dip it in vinegar.
Can I have my favorite dip? Or is
For what?
Or is that blasphemy for anything? Like,
It's up to you, love. It seems like you love it for everything.
So I have this dip that is patis and calamansi.
Patis mansi.
Yeah, patis and calamansi. That's it, and it's so delicious. I love it. We usually have it with sinigang.
Yeah, the first time you tried it was with sinigang.
And now I just have it with everything. I just want it all the time.
With fried chicken, with his steak, you would.
Yeah, like even with Western foods now I have it. It's so good. It's like, to me, it is the ultimate umami bomb. Hey Nako, I have to watch you like a hawk. So what did you put in here?
Just water and soy sauce.
Keeping your sauces secret, aren't you? You're trying to keep it away from the audience.
Well, I'm pretty sure everyone knows how to do it.
I don't know how to do it. Hey Nako. Okay, so this is water and soy sauce.
Yes.
Tap water,
No.
filtered water.
Yes, of course.
Okay. So you said you want a half more of this packet.
Yes, please, because that doesn't look.
What else is going in now?
The local soy sauce,
Okay.
because this is light soy sauce for some reason.
Okay, so what else did you put in? I missed it again. I was gone for a second and I missed what happened.
I added sugar and flour.
Sugar and flour.
So first sauce is done. Now I'm gonna be doing the spicy vinegar.
So is this how Kwek-Kwek gets its color?
No, but because what is this? Yellow?
That's yellow?
Should we have just yellow Kwek-Kwek instead?
Oh, look at that.
I put too much. Do you want yellow Kwek-Kwek or do you want it orange?
I don't really care.
Right? Like who cares?
Does it taste any different?
Nope. Should be annatto seeds actually. Annatto seeds, sorry. Annatto powder.
So satisfying. Oh my god, so bloody. Oh my god.
Now it's turning pink. And also like there's no orange food color in Landmark. So we just thought, well, let's buy red and yellow. That should make orange. And there it does make pale orange.
Yeah, that looks good. Once it's fried, it'll get the deeper, darker.
Look at that! Isn't
Color.
that the perfect color?
Yeah, it is. Isn't it crazy how, like, you go for street food and it just looks so effortless and easy, but when you try to do it at home, it's like so much work and takes so much
Right?
time.
We've been cooking since...
5 or 6 days now for this one video.
Of course not. We've been cooking since what time?
About, I'd say like 4:30. Actually, more earlier, like 3 o'clock maybe.
3 o'clock.
Yeah, the Turon and the Lumpia Shanghai took quite long, but I feel like these went kind of quick. After hours and hours of
What time
slaving,
is it
it's
now?
8:30 and you've been cooking since 3 o'clock.
Yeah, so it's after 5.5 hours of cooking. We've made it.
Was I a good kitchen help?
Of course.
So now it's finally time for us to dig in.
Actually, can we be honest that we've had a little bit of a korot of everything?
Korot pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Lumpia Shanghai.
Yes. Okay, so let's go through what we have. We have the Lumpia Shanghai, and these, I absolutely love them. They are so good. We have a chili dip. Give them a try. Cheers. I love these so much. It's so good. Crunchy, flavorful. And this is carrots, pork, garlic, onion.
Some secret ingredients.
Some secret ingredients. Let's try it with the vinegar.
Huh?
Nice.
That's weird.
Why?
I would never do that.
Oh, is that not what it's for? I thought it's here with the Lumpia Shanghai, so that's what it's for.
Kwek-Kwek.
And we tried these when they came like fresh out of the oil, and they were so crunchy. They still are. But when they came out, even more so. Crazy.
How much would you sell it for?
I don't know, like 20 pesos?
For what?
Yeah? Is that too much? How much do they cost? Pesos?
Huh?
No, how much do they cost? I don't know. I don't know.
I think 20 pesos is okay because like earlier in the video I said I'm gonna put thick
Yeah.
layers of pork and everything.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's worth it for 20 pesos. But usually, Lumpia Shanghai is one of those street food and is also considered as a budget meal ulam, student meal ulam, for those on Pecha de Peligro, because usually 3 of these is 20 pesos.
Okay.
And then you get a rice, 10 pesos. So 30 pesos, you have your meal. And it's really satisfying.
So this is a challenge for me because I don't like hard-boiled eggs. So,
Oh, yeah.
but I will, in the name of science.
You can also use this.
The egg is actually not that hard-boiled. I love the dough around it.
Again, crispy, crunchy.
Mm.
You know, with Kwek-Kwek, I like mixing it with vinegar and this.
Okay. I like this gravy that you made. It's really nice. I like this gravy. Next up.
Calamari.
Now these calamaris burnt me badly. Because I don't know, you could see it in the cooking videos before, but I was like manning the frying. Gray was doing all the preparation and putting the hard work into it, and I was just standing there frying everything.
Yeah, it's a good. It works for us, love.
Yeah. Look at these lovely calamari.
What did I tell you? It's so crunchy. I could be selling them.
Yeah.
Calamari, I love with a vinegar dip with cucumber.
Very nice. Crunchy, flavorful. The batter just takes on whatever you dip it in. What else do we have?
Last but not the least, Turon.
Turon.
So, believe it or not, we also couldn't find washed brown sugar in BGC.
I still don't know what washed brown sugar is.
And that was the confusion between us earlier. There's brown sugar. I don't know. I don't exactly know the terms, but it's like the refined sugar, brown sugar, and then just raw sugar, raw brown sugar that is like super dark, almost muscovado color.
Okay.
But it's different, and I don't know why. Maybe it's called Didi when I'm in Laguna. It's called Didi.
Very nice. Crunchy, sweet, a very comforting, warm flavor. Tastes like heart attack. It's very nice. I like the jackfruit and the banana together, and the sugar inside.
And then fried.
That's really nice. So what would you say? Is this a successful street food at home mission?
I think that's for you to judge.
Oh yeah, 100%. I love it. I love it. It tastes so good, and I have a whole new respect for all the work that street food vendors put into like prepare all this food, because it looks so effortless and it looks so easy when you go to the street food vendors. But yeah, a lot of experience and a lot of preparation goes into every single dish, I guess.
That's true. And I'm quite proud of myself.
Yeah, I'm proud of you too. So guys, let us know, are there any street foods that you like to cook at home, or do you just, you know, go out to get your street food and bring it home, or like what is your favorite street food? Let us know in the comments down below. Also, if there's like some special street food that we need to try in Manila, a special street food stand, somebody that's very famous for a specific ingredient, please do let us in the comments down below. For now, we're going to dig into this massive feast of street food, and then I think the gods will have another feast as well tonight. Yeah. All right, guys, see you tomorrow. Arrivederci.
Ciao.